This is my pawn, Shade. She knows exactly one move, and she uses that one move to send local wildlife to the fifth dimension. Oh, and this is Dragon's Dogma, easily one of the greatest action RPGs of all time. Want to fight about it? The comment section is down below. So, Uncle Shade, what is Dragon's Dogma about? You ask. Well, well, what is this game about? Bro, bro, I can tell you. You go on a quest to throw hands with a really cool dragon, and then retire to this place called Bitterblack Island for the next 100 hours of playtime. That's about it. Dang, I love my pawn. People nowadays like to talk about story, narrative depth, world building. Bro, I just picked up a fully grown lizard man thing, twice my size, carried him over my shoulder for 3 miles, yeeted him off a cliff into this omnivorous body of water called the brine that, for literally no reason, mercilessly devours anything that touches it. Why? Because he looked at me funny. That's the narrative. The narrative is that I have absolute unhinged freedom of movement, and this game actively encourages me to choose violence. In this game, me and my pawn move like an invasive species. We leave the local ecosystem in total ruin before, like I said, dipping out to party with our boy Diamond in the DLC. And if none of that made sense to you, you need to just first fully watch this video, leave a like, but then go play the game. However, if this sounds all too familiar to you, well, welcome home, fellow Arisen. It might just be time for you to boot up another playthrough. Come on, think about it. In what other game can you sprint onto the back of a 20-foot Cyclops, climb up its sweaty ankles like you're scaling Mount Everest, gouge out its eyeball with a rusty dagger, backflip off its face, buzzsaw through a griffin in midair? What are we talking about here? Dragon's Dogma. We're talking about Dragon's Dogma. Why aren't you playing Dragon's Dogma? I recently streamed a playthrough of this game after a few years of letting it collect dust, and I am easily into the double digits now of playthroughs for this game. It just never stops delivering on greatness. Speaking of delivering, are you seeing this pawn do work in the background? Arc of arc. I'm cooking here. I'm cooking. Man, look at my girl go though. What the? Man, the pawn system is so amazing in this game, so expansive. Like, for those of you who don't know, it lets you fully fine-tune the characteristics of your AI control companion in this game. From their personality to how much they talk to how they carry themselves in battle, most importantly, like how aggressive or how passive they are. There are massive, insightful write-ups and spreadsheet level, college thesis level videos going into every little detail of how to make your pawn as smart and productive as possible. And after years and years of learning and coming to understand this deep and intricate system, I made Shade. Shade does one thing. Jesus Christ. A wise man once said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 bonks once. I fear the man who has practiced one bonk 10,000 times. I might be paraphrasing, but that man was definitely Bruce Lee, and he said that after waking up in a cold sweat from a nightmare about my pawn Shade. True story. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having way too much fun with this. But see, this is exactly why I don't care about the complaints about Dragon's Dogma. If you go on YouTube right now, you'll find 1.5-hour-long videos crying about what this game could have been. Oh, but Uncle Shape, the cut content, the incomplete map. We were supposed to go to the moon, Uncle Shape. Listen to me. Shut up before I send my pawn to send you to the moon. Courtesy of Arc of Deliverance Express. Have some self-respect and wipe your tears. I already said there's countless videos on YouTube, threads on Reddit, ancient game facts posts on this topic. It's all been said before, and frankly, I don't care to repeat it. I don't care about what the game could have been at this point. The game came out in 2011. 2012, if we're talking about Dark Arisen specifically. Half of the people complaining at this point couldn't even form coherent sentences back then. That ship has sold, boys, and I think it's safe to say that they won't be patching Dark Arisen anymore to add any of that. See, me personally, I'm too busy looking at what the game actually is, and what it is a physics-defying, goblin tossing, goblin pond having, monster climbing psychopath simulator, where my AI sidekick shares a single brain cell with me, and we use it exclusively to erase health bars from existence. And good news, there are many flavors of psychopathy for this game. Psychopathy or psychopathy? It's gotta be psychopathy, right? Anyway, psychopathy. There is a really wonderful vocation system that lets you play various classes. There's cool melee variations like fighter or assassin, or like Shade here, warrior, who forcibly enlists enemies into the Grancis space program. She has nothing to prove at this point, by the way. It's solely for the love of the game that she dishes out this much destruction. What's that? You don't care for melee? Fine. Turn your enemies into pincushions as an archer then. The game has a wonderful array of torture implements disguised as special arrows that can poison, sleep, petrify, or explode your enemies as your heart desires. This gets especially unhinged on the explode part. The Ranger Vocation has a skill called Tenfold Bolt, and it does exactly what the name implies it does. It fires 10 arrows in one action. See, the pin cushion line was not a joke in the slightest. No, the real joke is that you can combine that with these special arrows that I just mentioned. So you can fire off, say, 10 of those explosive arrows in a single volley for the sake of committing heinous war crimes in your local area. And I didn't even mention the very, very expensive arrow that literally just instant kills everything in the game, even the final boss. It will save the game when you fire it though, so don't miss. Huh? What? You don't you don't care for bows either? Well, go be a caster. Dragon's Dogma has the greatest magic system in action RPGs that is undefeated to this day. War crimes isn't enough to describe the destruction of summoning tornadoes or earthquakes or literal meteors to devastate the local countryside. And I didn't even get started on the hybrid vocations. Man, this game really puts the power in power fantasy, and I love that. But if you're so inclined, you can also make the game bear its fangs right back at you. You can play on hard mode and try walking around at night early game to see how long you can survive the roads of Grancis, because the game features a really neat day and night system where the nights are very hazardous to your health, or if you're crazy like me, it's just a fun time all around. None of this is me exaggerating how fun the game is. This game is the most cliched, it is a flawed masterpiece, right? That was way ahead of its time, double cliche, in my opinion. And even now, most games in the genre struggle to compete with the kind of freedom that this game gives. Blows my mind, actually, how copied some other games are. And this one is just left obscured in the shadows, ready to strike, like my pawn, Shade. Isn't she cute, by the way? Shade, ladies and gentlemen. You know, playing this game again really reminds me of what it was like when video games were actually fun. I know. I sound like an old head, but I'm serious. This game came from an era before every single game needed a 5-year roadmap and a seasonal battle pass and a premium cash shop so your character can wear blue pants. It doesn't hold your hand. It's janky, it's weird, it's profoundly flawed in some places, but it has undeniable soul. It doesn't care if you break its mechanics. In fact, it hands you a sledgehammer and tells you to go nuts. It is a game made by people that just wanted to make something cool, under budget restraints, and you felt all of that, every single bit. And so, what's next? Well, right now, I'm streaming Dragon's Dogma 2 over on Twitch. Link is in the description. Once I finally clear that and I leave that local ecosystem in ruins, I'll put out a video on that too. And yes, obviously, I'll be doing the inevitable comparison video between Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2 because you guys love the blood sports. You love pitting two games against each other and watching the comment section burn. Or maybe I'm projecting and that's me. I'll have both the games fresh in my memory, so get ready for me to have incredibly correct, undisputable opinions on which one is better. But until then, go play Arisen. Let shade be your inspiration. Thanks for watching. I love you. Peace.